and BFM, and if time permits retail, but AB and BFM surely. Okay, so follow this series until the end and follow it from the start. Before that, I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Also join Officers Adda YouTube channel on. Basically, this series will come on this channel only, Officers Adda YouTube channel. So that's why this subscribe to this. Also click the bell icon. On Officers Adda, on the Adda 24/7 app, you'll get a study material, notes, tests, live videos, question banks. You name it, and you have it for JAIIB and CAIIB. You'll have everything. So download it fast. Okay. Now this is a new batch which is coming up, and remember this batch. This is starting from August 8th. BFM is starting. Then August 29th we are starting with the ABM. So complete fees ABM plus BFM plus retail is 17,999. Also 80% off is going on now. 80% on this. So it comes down heavily. So I'll come to that later. Let's start with the series. A consumer's equilibrium choice or position is the one at which means what? I'll ask you the question first, then I'll answer. His savings are maximized, his assets are maximized, his satisfaction is maximized, and price of the goods is maximized. So what is the answer? What do you mean by equilibrium? What is equilibrium in any supply and demand rule? Here, equilibrium is this. This is a law of demand and this is law of supply, right? Here we have quantity and here we have price, right? So this part is known as equilibrium. This equilibrium means law of supply meets the law of demand. So here the satisfaction is maximum. Correct, right? Many of you have answered C only. C, that is the correct answer. See here, if you answer from your side also, then it's better for me also, isn't it? So we are live. So you have to answer. You have to answer from your side also over here. Okay. Important part. Kindly like this video as much as possible and share it with your friends so that others can also benefit. Okay. For most consumers, milk and tea are substitute goods. Okay. Therefore, we should expect a rise in price of milk will lead to what? See here, milk and tea are substitute means what here? So these can also be supplementary goods. These can also be substitute goods. Means what? Milk is put into tea in India basically, right? Milk is put into tea. So that becomes a supplementary. But milk is drank instead of tea. That becomes a substitute. Means I can drink milk also separately and put it in tea and then drink tea also. That is one way. Or I can put milk in tea and then drink the tea. So milk and tea are both is given in the question. We have to assume that. Okay. For most consumers, milk and tea are substitute. Means either I can drink milk or I can drink tea. Okay. This is the meaning of substitute. If the price of the milk rises, then what happens? Here, in that case, what happens? Let's consider this as milk and this is tea. Okay. And these are substitute products now. These are drank not with each other but against each other. Okay. Fighters, competitors. Now what happens? Price of the milk rises. Okay. So here it is assumed that milk is not put into tea. Understand this. Here it's assumed that milk is not put into tea. Okay. So what happens? The price of the milk rises. So what will happen? People will do what? They'll shift from milk to tea. Separate. Okay. But here milk is not put into tea. That's considered the assumption over here. Okay. So they'll shift to tea. Now what will happen for tea then? Supply is limited and there will be huge demand. Demand will increase over here. So as the demand increases, what will happen over here? See this rightward shift in the supply curve of the tea, leftward shift in the supply curve of the tea, fall in price of the tea, upward shift in the demand curve of the tea. So what will happen for this tea? This tea price will also, demand will also rise. So what is the answer? A, B, C or D? Which one? Correct, correct. Fast, fast, fast. Everyone amongst you should answer fast. Correct. D is the answer. Okay. Next. Other things being equal, this is called a ceteris paribus. Okay. Sometimes in exam they give you ceteris paribus. Okay. A fall in contraction, contraction in demand can be caused by means fall or contraction or its or fall or contraction in demand can be caused by what? Means demand can be contracted because of what? Rise in price of the substitute. Rise in prices of the this is one and the same only. Okay. A and B. Rise in income of the consumer, rise in price of the commodity. So which is the correct answer? What do you think? Substitutes means contraction of demand. Demand will decrease when? Is it related to substitute? What is the law of demand state? Law of demand means this, right? Just now we saw it, quantity and price over here, right? And as the price contraction in demand, as the price goes on increasing over here, see this, if it increases, the quantity demanded decreases, right? So contraction in demand is caused by what? Rise in price of the substitute, rise in income of the consumer. This is not related to law of demand, okay? This is known as shift in demand curve, okay? So this is not the answer, actually this is wrong answer, okay? Rise in price of the commodity, yeah, this can be the answer, right? Price rises of this commodity will let the quantity of that commodity to come down. So D is the correct answer, okay? A demand for a good is elastic, means when is the demand for a good elastic? When the demand for that good increases with when the price falls, okay? The demand in the result the decrease in price results in decrease in total expenditure, okay? The quantity demanded increases less proportionately with the decrease in price level and none of the above. So what is the correct answer for this? Which one? A quantity demanded, here demand for that good increases when the price falls. Now if the price falls, the demand for that good will increase. Is this called as elasticity? What is the formula for elasticity? See here, elasticity formula is percentage quantity demanded, percentage Q I will call it, upon percentage P, okay? Percentage of quantity demanded upon percentage of price change. That is known as the elasticity of demand. So elasticity has nothing to do with this demand for good increases with price when price falls. This is simply the law of demand, okay? So that is out. A decrease in price results in decrease in total expenditure, okay? Decrease in price. Now price decreases, so decrease in expenditure. Does it happen if the product is elastic? In elastic, what happens? If the price falls, the product quantity will be increased. So it will lead to increase, so that is wrong, okay? The quantity demanded increases less proportionately with the decrease in price level. Yeah, this is the answer, okay? So quantity demanded percentage Q, see here, this is known as elastic, increases less proportionately than the percentage change in price. In fact, it more increases less than proportionately with the, it should be more than, okay? Because always remember more than, more, okay? Because if this is greater than 1, okay, then only it's called as elastic. How it can be greater than 1? If dq, this quantity demanded, is more than the price change, okay? We have covered the case studies also in our paid classes. So C is the answer. A rightward shift in the supply schedule indicates, so basically supply schedule means consider this as supply curve only, okay? Quantity versus price, okay? So law of supply is always moving upwards, okay? So what does it, rightward shift? Rightward shift means this is moving now to this side, okay? A decrease in supply, a decrease in the quantity supplied, increase in the quantity supplied, increase in supply. What is the correct answer for this? Increase in the quantity supplied or increase in supply. See here, A and B are out, simple, because it's not decrease, it's only increase. So increase in the quantity supply or increase in supply, okay? It is it should be decrease in this increase in supply, okay? Demanded, it should be here, it should be demanded, okay? Yeah, because there are certain technical errors, writing errors, okay? So which is the correct answer now? C or D? Increase in the quantity demanded or increase in supply. What is happening over here? Look at this. This supply curve was over here, now it is shifted to here. So if the quantity earlier was over here, now the quantity will be over here. So what has happened? It was Q1 over here, it is Q2 over here, right? Q1 and Q2, right? So what has happened? Q2 is greater than Q1. So what is happening over here? Increase in supply, okay? A rightward shift in the supply curve, same thing, shift in the supply schedule, shift supply curve indicates decrease in supply, increase in the quantity supplied, increase in the supply, and none of the above. So here also I think so same question will be there. Increase in the quantity demanded over here, demanded. Okay, so what will be the answer? Rightward shift. Just now we saw it. Okay, supply curve and supply schedule consider the same only. Okay, because schedule and curve are simple ones. Schedule means here, schedule is either two types of schedules. One is the individual schedule and second is the market schedule. Okay, so it means one and the same thing for supply curve in terms of graphs. Okay, so what is the answer? Same thing. C is the answer. Increase in supply. Okay, a supply curve will generally take an upward sloping from left to right, because means why does the supply curve move upwards like this? Why doesn't it move like this downward? Because this is law of demand. This is demand, right? And this is supply. Why does the supply move upward? This is Q, quantity, and this is price. Okay. So why does the supply curve move upward from left to right? Market price is normally above the total cost of production. Consumers' income tend to increase in the longer term. Producers' costs tend to increase as their output expands. Supply of most goods is essentially a short-term phenomena. So which is the correct one? Take A, B, C or D fast. A, B, C or D. Which one? See here, I'll give you some hint. This is out because it has nothing to do with cost of production, supply curve. Okay, so A is out. Okay, A is out. Now B, consumers income. Income has nothing to do with this. Again, this law of supply. This is this relates to shift in the demand curve. So this is also out. Producers' costs tend to increase as the output expands, and supply of most goods is essentially a short-term phenomena. This has nothing to do with short-term or long-term. Okay, so correct answer is C. Producers' costs tend to increase as their output expands. Right? Simple one. Means if my output, I was supplying Q1 quantity now, and now I am supplying Q2 quantity. So definitely what will happen? My price will rise, because I have to give more inputs to this, more resources to this. So that's why as the quantity rises, the price also rises over here. Or it's a vice versa. As the price rises, the quantity supplied will always rise. Okay. Other things being equal, an increase in supply can be caused by. So increase in supply will be caused by what? Increase in supply. Okay. So rise in price of the commodity, improvement in the techniques of production, rise in income of consumers, increase in income of the seller. Okay, so which is the correct answer over here? Increase here. Other things being equal, an increase in the supply can cause by. Okay, no, it's not by actually. I'll change the question over here. Can lead to. I will call this can lead to. Okay, I'll make the changes over here because lead to. Okay, yeah. So increase in supply can lead to, other things are equal. So increase in supply can lead to, what can it happen? Rise in price of the commodity, improvement in the techniques of production, rise in the income of the consumer, and rise in the increase in the income of the seller. So it will lead to what? Here, look at this curve, right? So as the increase in the supply increases from year to year. Okay, so what will happen? This price will increase from P1 to P2. This was 1 and this is 2. This is 1, this is 2, right? So price, this is price, always remember, and this is quantity. Okay, so if the quantity supplied increases from Q1 to Q2, the price will also increase from P1 to P2. But what happens in effect? If I get higher price, means I am the seller, right? If I get higher price, what will happen to my income? Isn't it? The answer is which one? Right? It is D, because it's not, income of the consumer has nothing to do with this supply curve. Okay. Next, a shift in the supply curve for a commodity to the left may indicate other things being equal. Means what? See this supply curve. See here, the question is same as that of the earlier one. You will see it is repeated. No, it's not repeated. Options are different. That is important. See here, supply curve, earlier it was over here, now it is shifted to right. Okay, to may indicate commodity. Shift in the supply curve of a commodity to the left. Okay, it's a left reverse thing we have to study. Okay, this. Okay, so forget this. This was earlier this was the supply curve, now it has shifted to left. So what does it indicate? Shares in producing firms are in great demand in the stock exchange. Producers of the commodity wish to make less and sell less at the same price. Okay. Prices, raw material used in the production have fallen. Okay. Wages paid to the producers employee has fallen. So which is the A, B, C or D? Which is the correct answer? A, B, C or D? Which one? Fast, fast, fast. What do you think? Which is the correct answer? Okay, I'll give you a few hints. Law of supply. This is basically law of supply, isn't it? Quantity and price. Okay. So this is basically law of supply. Law of supply has nothing to do with wages. Okay. Prices, raw material used in the production of the commodity have fallen. Okay. Shares in producing firms. Okay. Producing firms are in great demand. What has it to do with shares or stock exchange? Nothing. A is out. So A is out, D is out. B and C. Producers of the commodity wish to make and sell less at the same price. Here, other things being equal. Okay. So means other things means what? Demand is not changed. Anything else is not changed. So what is happening now? Prices of the raw materials. Here, understand one logic. Law of supply has nothing to do with this prices of the raw material. It has only to do with price of the quantity and this quantity demanded. So C is also out. So what remains is B. Producers of the commodity wish to make and sell less at the same price. Okay. This happens generally in the here same demand curve is kept and the supply curve is shifted to the left. Okay. In this case, what happens? The demand curve is same. Mean demand is same, but producers are tending to sell lesser of the product. So that's why B becomes the answer over here. Okay. Now the last question. Ceteris paribus means what? All things remaining same. A decrease in the quantity supplied of a commodity can be caused by. Means why should a supply of any quantity be decreased? Fall in its price, fall in income, rise in price and fall in raw material. What is the correct answer? Okay. Always don't apply a logic, stick to the law of demand and supply. Okay, this is law of supply. So fall in supply will be caused by what? This is, let's say, 1 and this is, no, this is 1 and let's say this is 2. We are coming towards fall. Okay, so if it is falling, then what? This is P1 and this is P2. So this is related to what? Means fall in quantity supplied because of what? Fall in prices, right? So fall in its price. A is the correct answer. Always stick to the law of supply and law of demand only. We don't apply a logic. What happens? Many of us might be thinking quantity supplied decreases. So what happens? Price might have risen. Okay, this can be the answer. Fall in raw material. This can be the answer. Don't apply your own logic. Stick to law of supply and law of demand to the graphs only. Okay. Otherwise, you will means make a mess in the exam. Okay. So these were the MCQs. Now coming back to the batch which is started, which will be starting on 8th of August. Okay, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We'll be covering all the numericals, case studies, objective questions, one-liners, 5 marks case studies, everything. Okay, so go for it as fast as you can, because remember, quality comes at a cost. And remember, what is the cost? 17,999. No, it's not 17,999. Okay, I'll show you the how to reduce the cost. Okay, let me go to Adda 24/7 live. Okay, let me see. Let me go directly over there. Yeah, see this. I'll show you live over here. One sec. Yeah, yeah. Let's go live to Adda 24/7. And then on the website itself, I'll show you there itself. Say this Adda 24/7. Now go there. See this on the first page only. You'll see. One sec. One sec. It's creating some problems over here. Let me see. Check. Okay. See this. We are on Adda 24/7. Click on JAIIB and CAIIB. Once you click over here, see this. Click on the JAIIB and CAIIB. Let it come. Internet issues. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's creating some problems. So what you can do is you can directly go to Adda 24/7, click on JAIIB and CAIIB, and then you have one option over there. One sec, I'll show you if it comes over here now. Let me see. No, it's not coming. Okay, see here, you click on this JAIIB and CAIIB, then you'll get click off view offers. Once you click on view offers, put the code Y432. Remember this code Y432. Click on this, put the code over there. Once you put the code, you'll get the this discount over there. The discount is of 80% going on now. 80% off is going on. See this, I've just now shown you in the slide also. Okay, 80% of this off is going on over here. Put this code Y432. Okay, you'll get 80% off on the same. One second, I'll show you the code also. Okay, hold on. Yeah, see this, 80% off is going on. So put the code Y432 and then you'll get the fees will be reduced to what, roughly 3000 4000. Okay, 3000 4000 is what, it's an investment for lifetime. Okay, once you clear CAIIB, you'll recover it within how many months? 3 to 4 months, isn't it? So go for it immediately. Okay, so I'll stop over here. Bye till then. Tomorrow I'll come up with next lecture.